Hey guys, Jake here, coming at you with another math problem today. I'm doing something a little different today. I actually wanted to show you how to do this type of problem on an Excel spreadsheet. So I've done a couple videos on my channel already showing you how to do Euler's method with differential equations. But I wanted to basically show you how to create your own Euler's method differential equation calculator using an Excel spreadsheet. So that's what I'm going to show you. So today we're going to be going over this problem right here. You can see in the lower left corner of the screen, we're going to use Euler's method with a step size of 0.1 to estimate y of 0.5, where y of x is the solution of the initial value problem. Y prime equals y plus xy, and we know y of 0 is 1. The reason I'm showing you how to do this problem is this is one of the formulas on my Calculus 2 study guide. You can see a little chunk of my Calculus 2 study guide right here. This is actually the equation that we're going to be using to solve this problem. This Euler's method can be used to approximate values for the solution of an initial value problem where we know y prime is some function of x and y. So you can see in this case, we were given this y prime equals y plus xy. So we know that we can use that as our big F of xy. And then we were also given y of 0 equals 1. So that tells us, some initial value condition that we know with this differential equation. We also know that we have a step size of 0.1, right? That was given. So that basically tells us that our h in this equation on my study guide is 0.1. And as a result, we can use this kind of iterative process where we're going to go, n equals 1, 2, 3, and so on until we get to the point that we need to get to. And actually what we can do is set this up in an Excel spreadsheet. And the reason why that's kind of convenient is once you get your sheet set up, you can scale it basically to any amount of steps that you have to take using this Euler's method to get straight to your answer without having to do a bunch of calculations on a piece of paper and kind of keeping track of all those steps along the way. It really makes the process a lot faster and easier for you. So we're going to go through the same kind of process that we have in the other videos that I made on this topic, where we did it, kept track of this information on a chart on a piece of paper. We're going to set up our table just like that, except it's going to be a little bit more automated. So basically what I've done here so far, I just pulled up an Excel spreadsheet and I really just put these borders on the top and the side. But basically what you want to do is you want to label your columns, and we're going to label them just like we did in the other videos I did. So our first column is just going to be n. That's just going to be keeping track of what step we're on, basically. Then our next column is going to be x sub n minus 1. And then the third column is going to be y sub n minus 1. So there's not really a very nice way to type this stuff into Excel spreadsheets, or, there could be, but it's really not necessary. Really, you just want to keep track of your x sub n minus 1, your y sub n minus 1. And then the other thing that we want to keep track of is this f of x sub n minus 1, y sub n minus 1. So basically that's going to be whatever you get for plugging in this x and y value that's going to be in these two columns here, plugging that into our f of x, or f of xy, which again, your f of xy is just going to be whatever y prime is equal to. Right? So basically, since in this case we're given that y prime is y plus xy, y plus xy is going to be our big f of x. So basically we're going to have f of xy, sorry. F of xy equals y plus xy. And that is what we want our next column to be. So this is going to be f of, and actually it's going to be x sub n minus 1. And y sub n minus 1. Because what we're going to do is we're going to plug in this x and y value into our function f of xy here to get this column here. And then lastly, we're going to take these three pieces, these three columns here, and we're going to plug them into this formula on the study guide here. This y sub n equals y sub n minus 1 plus h times this f of x sub n minus 1, y sub n minus 1. So that is going to be this last thing here, just y sub n. So now what we need to figure out is how many rows we need to get to the answer we're looking for. So you can see in this case, we have, basically we're starting at x equals 0. And we know that because it tells us right here, our initial condition that we're given is y of 0 equals 1. So what that tells us is the x value that they actually gave us some information about is x equals 0. So that's going to tell us that to get from x equals 0, taking a step size of 0.1, we have to get to y of 0.5, which means we have to get to x equals 0.5. Well, what you want to think about now is how many steps does it take? If each step is 0.1, which is given right here, if each step is 0.1, how many steps do we have to take to get from x equals 0 to 0.5? Well, we'd have to take 5 steps, right? 1 step gets us to 0.1, 2 steps to 0.2, 3 steps to 0.3, 4 steps to 0.4, 5 steps to 0.5. So we have to take 5 steps to get from x equals 0 to x equals 0.5. So that tells us that the n values that we want are just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because we're going to have to figure out each of these 5 steps to get from the x value we start with to the x value we want to get to. So this is going to be kind of the initial setup of our table. I'm going to go ahead and center this just because I think that's a little bit nicer. And then the other information that we're given before we actually start kind of implementing our Excel formulas that are going to make this really easy, we also want to put in our x and y value that we're given, right? So our initial condition is y of 0 equals 1. So that tells us that our initial x value, x sub 0, is 0, and our initial y value, y sub 0, is 1. So we're just going to put that x in here and that y in here. And this is basically going to be all the information that we're given right off the bat, right? This is what the problem told us so far. Now we're going to actually be able to start implementing this Euler's method equation and then scaling this down into the 5 steps basically. And that will create our Euler's method differential equation calculator that we're going to want to build here basically. So to do that, what we need to do is consider the fact that this column here is just going to be whatever we get from plugging this x value and this y value into this formula right over here. Y plus xy, right? So basically that means we should have this column here giving us whatever we have in this column plus whatever we have in this column times this column. So to do that in Excel, all we have to do is click on this rectangle here. And do keep in mind, you can use this method with like Google Sheets also. Really any sort of like spreadsheet software, whatever you have, should pretty much work the same. I know these formulas that I'm going to show you in this video do work in Google Sheets. I'd imagine really any spreadsheet formula or spreadsheet software you're using probably is going to work pretty similarly, if not the same. So all we would have to do is plug equals, and then we're going to take our y, so our y column, which is this one right here, and then you can see it kind of puts that cell right here, and then we're going to have plus x times y, so our x column times our y column. So you can see that this just created our formula, which represents this formula here, y plus x times y, using the cells that we actually have in this row. And then you're just going to hit enter or return, and what it's going to do is it's going to calculate whatever y plus x times y is based on what's in these two columns here. Okay. Now for this last column here, we want to implement the formula that's on my study guide, which is y sub n minus 1, which is exactly what we have in this column here, plus h, which h is our step size. That's going to be the same in every single time we use h in this problem. H is going to be whatever our step size is, which is 0.1. So h is 0.1. And then this f of x sub n minus 1, y sub n minus 1, that's going to just be whatever we have in this column. So this column here, again, we're just going to say equals our y sub n minus 1 plus h, which again is 0.1 in this problem, times whatever we have in this column. Right? So this is the exact same process I did in my other Euler's method differential equation calculator problems, but we did that by hand on a table on a piece of paper. That's the exact same process, but instead of typing it into a calculator, obviously, Excel does it for us, which is pretty awesome. But now this is where it gets really cool, because what you want to think about now is, obviously we've just calculated our first row. That's great, but we don't want to have to type in all these formulas and just manually type the next number down here every time. That doesn't really save us any time compared to doing it on paper. But what we can do now is we can do this same kind of automated process to populate this cell and this cell, and then I'll show you kind of the cool trick at that point. So what you want to keep in mind, obviously this x and this y value we just had to manually plug in at the beginning, but what you want to think about now is to get from your previous x value to your next x value, all you have to do is take your last x value and add your step size. So all we're going to do is take this cell here, the second x sub n minus 1 right here, we're just going to say equals our previous x sub n minus 1 plus our step size. And our step size is 0.1. So again, we're going to get plus 0.1. And that's going to automatically put in our next step size. Okay. Your next y value is always just going to be the same as your next y sub n minus 1 is always just going to be the same as your previous y sub n. So to get this cell here, we're just going to take it directly from this cell here. So here we just have to say equals this cell right here, and that'll automatically drag that down into that column. Now that we have this cell, basically all of our bottommost cells in each column, this cell, this one, and this one, they're all formulas based on information that is in other cells already. So what we can actually do now is just grab this little, click on your cell, grab this little square in the bottom right corner, see how that has that little square there, and drag it down to the bottom of our table. And then what that's going to do is it's going to copy that formula down into each of those cells, and it's going to automatically populate that with all of the values in that column. And then we can do the exact same thing for these other cells too. You're going to see that this isn't going to quite work right away, because remember what this cell's doing is it's grabbing the y value from our previous column. So this one's not going to work until we have something here. But once we do this exact same thing into each of these other columns, we should see that the entire table fills itself out completely. Right? So basically all this is doing is that same iterative process where it takes, in this case, we can see that it took these two columns, plugged it into our formula, and gave us some number there. And then here, it took these two columns, plugged it into the formula, and gave us some number there. Same thing if you look at all these other ones too. It's just taking the x and y value within that same row and calculating exactly what we would have had to do by hand and plugging it into a calculator. So really speeds up the whole process. And what that tells us right there is we just used Euler's method to estimate y of 0.5, which is just going to be y sub n when n equals 5 right here. Right? So this number right here, 1.761639264. Of course, if you only want to round it to 3 decimal places, we can just say 1.762, and there you go. There's your solution. That's what the problem is asking us to find. So this is really a nice shortcut method. And once you kind of get this sheet set up, all you really have to do is kind of edit your formulas in here, and you can apply this to really any Euler's method problem. And that should make things really easy for you. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you're notified of all the videos I come out with. Together, I'm sure we'll be able to get you some pretty solid grades in your calculus class. So be sure to check back for my next video. Thanks, and see you next time.